Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing amazing. I'm also fine and I'm happy to be with you today in today's video. So today I'm with a guest and our guest is Rich Mama. So she will tell you more about herself, but I would like to invite you, those students who are in Poland, the one who are looking for the job. We have a lot of jobs, please approach us. The students who are also back home, the one who want to apply for Hungary studies, Poland studies, the one who want to come in March intake. I really welcome each and everyone. For the one also who want to go in Portugal, we are applying for all of you. Please contact us. Our contacts are down there. And I also want to thank those who did subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you so much and keep following us. So this time, I'm going to give the guest the time to introduce herself. Thank you. So as I told you guys, today I'm with my guest and it's a pleasure being with her because I wanted to invite her so many times, but today finally she's here and I'm very excited being with you. Also my people, the one who are viewing, I think they're going to be happy. No, I know they are going to be happy because now we are going to use English. Other times we are using Kinyarwanda. I have some of friends who are calling me and say, Charline, we don't like when you are starting dug dug. Like when we are talking in our language, yeah. And I'm really happy, but not everyone who is comfortable speaking in English. And sometimes I'm not, but now we'll do it. So most welcome, and you're looking very beautiful. This is my very rich mama. She's very rich, and I will tell you more about her. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you, Charline. Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure for me to be here today. But I'm not the rich mama.
You are rich mom?
No. I'm just that young girl trying to make ends meet in Poland. My name is Rosine. I'm from Cameroon, and I live and work in Poland for 3 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're saying that you're not rich mom.
No. I'm still struggling.
She's working. She has her own business. A lot of things. Other things I don't want to say. Behind of the way I'm looking, especially me, and herself, I know it's her who is behind that. Anyway.
It's a pleasure.
Brazil, why did you choose Poland?
Before coming to Poland, I lived in Gabon. I'm from Cameroon, but I lived in Gabon before coming to Poland. And while in Gabon, I was working and I was thinking of continuing my master's in Europe, but I didn't know it was Poland. And back then, I have a friend. She lives currently in Poland. So she was the one who spoke about Poland to me. She told me the advantages and the disadvantages of studying in Poland. And she also made me to understand that education in Poland was cheaper as per other countries in the European Union. So from there, I started gaining interest in Poland. I started doing some research in order to know what and in which university I could study. So, and when the moment came for me to apply for my master's, luckily for me, I found a scholarship program. Yeah. My education was financed by the European Union for 2 years. So I applied for, by the way, it's Poznan University of Life Science. I applied for my master's in agri-food economics and trade. I got accepted. So that's how it began.
But if I know well, like Gabon, they are French speakers.
Yes.
How did you know English? Were you speaking English from school?
No. I was speaking French. As I said before, I'm from Cameroon.
Yeah.
And in Cameroon, we speak 2 languages, English and French. And my parents are from the French part of Cameroon.
Yeah.
But I did my education in English. So before going to Gabon, I had a bachelor's degree in banking and finance. So I had finished my bachelor's degree in Cameroon and I moved to Gabon to work.
Yeah.
I came to Gabon as a worker and I was living with family.
Yeah.
So in Gabon is purely a French country. So I was faced with a situation where I had to speak French. My neighbors were French, my colleagues were French, everyone was French. but I could still use my English language with my family back home in Cameroon and my friends. Yeah.
And how intelligent were you? Getting a school here, scholarship, like some people they're scared, especially back home. People they are very scared, saying, "I don't have this marks, so I'm probably not qualified."
Yeah.
Like I don't know the way you are you did this. How many marks did you have?
I would say I'm not an intelligent.
I'm
not very intelligent. Okay, let me put it that way. I wasn't the first in my class for my bachelor's. I wasn't first class, but I was second class upper.
Wow. You see?
It means
being second.
I'm an average girl. I wouldn't want to say I'm very intelligent because I know there are people more intelligent than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can say I'm an average person. I was second class upper for my bachelor's, and I think I had the qualifications that my university needed.
Wow.
They didn't necessarily need a first class student, but in the courses I validated during my bachelor's, I met the requirements for my master's degree. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
And,
so that is how I got my admission.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there might be someone who only speaks French in your country. Can that scholarship or that school accept her to come and study there? Or they only accept those who studied in English?
I think there is something that the Polish people always say, that if your certificate is in English, it's in other languages, it's in another language other than English and Polish, that certificate needs to be translated.
In Polish?
In Polish.
Yeah.
So imagine a French-speaking person with his or her degree in French wants to study in Poland. I think the first thing the person needs to do is to translate that
certificate in Polish.
Yeah.
Okay, but can she be comfortable in the class?
Now it would depend on the determination of that person. Because as I said, in Cameroon, we speak two languages, English and French. And most Francophones in Cameroon have at least the basics of English.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes. So I think that if someone, a French-speaking person from Cameroon, wants to apply in Poland, it's possible, but you need to be determined to study in English. Or you can take 1 year course in English in a university studying English language before switching now the following year for your master's or whatever course in English. It all depends on your level of English and determination.
Wow. Yeah. So I would like to ask, like, what motivated you to study science?
No, I didn't study science.
Because I know you're accountant. I don't know, like food and something. Okay. I don't know if it's...
I have a bachelor's degree in banking and finance. And while in Cameroon, that's after my bachelor's, I started working in a microfinance institution. My dream had always been to work in a bank or in a financial institution.
I see.
After my graduation, I found a job in a microfinance institution where I started working, and I gained, I think, 1 or 2 years experience. And then from there, when I moved to Gabon, I worked as a treasury accountant.
Okay.
You see, it's still the same thing.
The same thing, yeah. It's
same
all about
field.
Yeah,
it's all about finance and accounting.
Yeah.
And then I gained more experience in the field before moving to Poland and continuing in the same field.
Okay. Yeah. So when you came directly to Poland, you were coming to study. Anyway, how far is from Poland to Gabon? Or did you come from Gabon directly to Poland, or you went in your country first and then you come in Poland?
Thank you for the question. Okay, I would like to say that while in Gabon, I was already a resident. And resident from Gabon or Gabonese, they apply through the Polish embassy in Angola. So I had two options. First, either to go to Nigeria and book for a visa appointment, or to go to Angola. But I would like to note here that after I got my admission, I studied 1 year online in Gabon. Due to the coronavirus issue, the university gave us the opportunity to study back home online. So I did 1 year in Gabon online. And then when it was time for me to apply to go to my second year master's, that is when I started looking for where to apply for my visa. As I said before, I had the opportunity to either go to Nigeria or to go to Angola.
Yeah.
So I chose to go to Angola. Yeah. So it was more expensive for me to go to Angola.
Yeah.
But it was easier to get a visa from Angola.
From Angola.
Yeah.
I think was your interview in French?
There was no interview.
You just went and give them your documents.
I'm going to explain to you.
Please explain to me.
I think today I can say that the Polish embassy in Angola is one of the best in Africa. Yeah. Why do I say so? Because to book an appointment, I only had to send an email telling the embassy that I would like to get an appointment for visa. I live in Gabon, this. And then within 2 to 3 days, you have maximum, that's the maximum. You have a response from the embassy giving you an appointment. That through the email, not the website or whatever, no. Through the email. That was in 2022. So I don't know if things have changed now.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I got to the embassy, luckily for me, I met just one student who came for a visa appointment. So it was not populated. There was practically no. Yeah. That day there were practically no one there. Yeah. So when I got there, I presented my application, and then they just checked, and they asked just one question: does it mean you have studied 1 year in Gabon, and now you want to go and continue your master's? I said yes. That is it.
That was the interview.
That was my so I can say I did not even get an interview, and then they said I should wait for 7 working days.
Yeah.
And after 7 working days, I got my visa.
Did you stay in Angola or you went back home?
No,
waiting for the visa?
I was at the hotel.
You was at the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. How was the situation there in Angola? Not speak like you didn't know a lot of people there.
If I remember well, they speak Portuguese in Angola.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not Lingala. I thought they speak Lingala.
No, I think they speak Portuguese. I think.
Okay.
And they speak a little bit of French or English. But I had a language problem. I'm very sorry, I cannot really remember. But I had difficulties with language. But I would say that I was very comfortable being there.
Wow.
Because the few people I met, like at the hotel, at the embassy, they were very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. At the restaurant, they were also very nice. Yeah.
You didn't have a friend there?
I made some acquaintances, but not friends.
Yeah. Yes. Because in each country I have friends. I say hi to all my friends.
Yeah. I cannot say I made friends, but I met some people.
Nice.
Yeah.
And after 7 days, you got your visa and go. Did you come directly to Poland from Angola, or you went back in Gabon?
No, I traveled directly to Poland.
So you was ready. You came ready. Like for the interview, you knew that you were going to get your visa. You already knew.
I think generally I'm a very positive person.
Wow.
I always believe in what I want to do, and when I know that I have everything in place to obtain that thing, so I was confident enough. Yeah.
Nice. So did you know anyone apart? You had a friend, the one who told you about Poland.
Yeah.
I think is the one who welcomed you.
Yes.
Did the school provided accommodation and everything? How did they welcome you in Poland?
Okay, when I got to Poland, I was at my friend's place.
Yeah.
And then we moved together to Poznan, where my university was. Before going to Poznan, I had sent an email to the dormitory manager to book for a room.
Yeah.
I wanted a single room, but there were no single rooms available. It was very full. It was full. So I was given a room. We were 3 in the room, but our room was very beautiful. It was like one of the VIP rooms.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was more expensive. Yeah. So when I got to Poland, my friend and I, we had to travel to Poznan. Then I took the keys of my room, met my roommates and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you stay whole the year there until you finished your school, or you looked for another accommodation maybe outside?
No. I stayed there.
Wow, it was comfortable. Just I want to know if staying in hostels of the school.
You know, I think it all depends on your mindset.
Yeah.
It all depends on what you're there to do and what you're looking for. I wasn't looking for luxury.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was at the dormitory. And I knew that was not my comfort zone. That's first. So, but I knew I had an objective, which was my education. I knew I had just 1 year, and after 1 year, I would get a better place.
Wow.
So for me, the little space I had, and the time I had to spend there, was what was important for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the meantime, when I came to Poland, the same month, I started applying for jobs.
Wow.
So what I wanted to say is that I got a job like 1 month after coming to Poland. And the fact that I got a job and I had studies kept me very busy. So there are some things that I could jump over. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So that's why I said I was focused. Even if the dormitory can never be a place where you stay like you want to stay forever.
Yeah.
It's the dormitory. It's the beds are made in such a way you come, you sleep and go.
Yeah.
For another person to come and sleep and go. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
And like you say you found a job.
Yeah.
But I don't know the way you managed to work. You know, I think in that university they're the one who studies more of the days. I don't know if you were studying offline or like how did you manage working and studying, and which kind of the job that you found, if it's not a secret?
Okay, when I came, remember I said I lived in Gabon, I was working.
Yeah.
So I came to Poland with some sort of experience. Yeah. So when I got a job, I got a job in finance and accounting. My very first job in finance and accounting. Yeah.
That was your career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let me just continue. I got a job in finance and accounting, which is my field. And my university, I had classes online. But there were some days within the week, I think 2 days, I think there were 2 or 3 days, if I can remember well, maybe 2 days, which I had to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And luckily for me, I had a team leader, that's at my job. I had a team leader who was very comprehensive. First, I was recruited as a student. Yeah. So it means they knew I was a student.
Yeah.
And secondly, I had a team leader in which she understood that I was a student. So when I got my timetable, I shared my timetable with my team leader.
From what?
So I made her to understand that, okay, on Monday I have classes in school, maybe from 8 to 9. So, I'm sorry, maybe from 8 to 12. So she gave me 8 to 12 to go to school, and then 1 I should be back connected. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
What was your work remotely?
Yeah, it was remote. It was 100% remote. But the hours I spent in school, I had to spend those hours back at work.
At work.
So if I stopped working normally at 5 p.m., the days I had classes in school, and when I come back to work, I have to work maybe till 7 p.m. Like I can share the 4 hours spent in school. I can share 2 days today, 2 days tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But at the end of the month, my worksheet, because there was a table at my work, there was a file which I need to insert my starting and my ending hours.
Yeah.
So that at the end of the month, you have a balanced working hours. So I had to make sure that I cover up those hours. So that was just an arrangement between my team leader and I. So that's why I always say, thank God I had that lady who
that's
could
why
help me.
I think that's also the proof, the reasons why you're
Yeah.
a positive person, because
Yeah.
other things are getting.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to ask, like, what made you qualified from that work, the one that you got? Because a lot of students, they are coming here, they can spend like 2 months, 3 months without having something, especially those who don't even want to work in the warehouse. You know, some people, they don't like.
Yeah.
And during the winter, sometimes it's hard. I don't know in what time that you came here, but I just want to ask you, did you have a certificate? Was that experience that you have in Gabon the one that gave you that opportunity? Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay, I would like to start by saying that I checked, before applying for the job, I checked the requirements. And in the requirements, it stated that you should at least have a bachelor's degree in finance, accounting, or related field. And I already had a bachelor's degree in banking and finance.
Yeah.
I think that is the major part. And also with my work experience in Gabon, I was advantageous in that position. And now, during my interview, the questions which were asked, the way I responded to the questions was the same way I worked in Gabon. Like the questions were related to what I did in Gabon. Yeah, because it concerns account receivables. So I can say that that was what made me to be qualified, because I had an idea. I don't want to say I had the experience, but I had the ideas they needed. Yeah, for the position.
You also had an experience.
Yeah, I had an experience, but you know, I also when I got the job, I got more experienced. I got to learn the new ways, the new process. It's true, I will not put aside what I learned in Gabon, because it gave me a way to move forward. And then now in Europe, you get to learn the new way, the new process, the way the white man does their maybe their procedures and everything. So I can say, to come back to your question, I think first my bachelor's degree in banking and finance gave me the opportunity, and also my past experience.
Wow. And did you have any challenges during your work? You know, Polish people, sometimes they don't even speak English well. I can't say all, please, if you watch this video, don't blame me, but we most of the times meet people who don't speak English. Did you have any challenges about that? How about racism?
Okay, I would like to add something. I didn't tell you that I was recruited for a French position. So my position was with the French language, and my customers were from France. So coming back to your question, I didn't face any difficulties with like communication in English with my teammates, because my position was a French position, and my team leader or my team members were French speaking. Like my direct team members, they were French speaking. And when it was time for, at times they spoke in Polish.
Yeah.
Like when we get into a call, they can be, when I can come like few minutes later, and I realize that they are speaking Polish. But when I get to the call, they know that no, Rosine doesn't speak Polish. So we switched to French or to English. But I didn't have any difficulties with language, because they knew my position was French.
Wow.
Yeah.
This also, I think it will give a solution for those French speakers who always ask, can we get a chance, or can we have some opportunities in Poland of getting a job?
Yeah. I think getting a job in Poland with a second language is very important, and it's very advantageous. Yeah, because the job market right now is very competitive with only the English language. It's very competitive, and that is why some foreigners who speak only English face a lot of difficulties. Because right now in Poland, we have not only Polish, we have Ukrainians and other nationalities searching for that same job that you want. So imagine that you know a second or a third language, maybe French, maybe German, maybe I don't know.
Turkey is also used.
Even Italian language,
Spanish,
maybe Chinese.
Yeah,
because the professional world right now is so vast.
Yeah,
we have a lot of international companies that are willing to recruit if only you can know maybe their languages or whatever. So I would advise any young person who wants to evolve professionally should think to create some time for him or herself to learn a second language. Yeah, it's important.
Okay, second, third,
fourth.
Yeah. Not those who are not used, because some people, they only know the languages from home. Sometimes from our countries we have tribes that speaks more.
I, for one, I speak my mother's tongue.
What's the name of your mother tongue language?
No, it's Bawa. I'm Bamileke. I'm from the French region, and the Western region.
How do we say like good morning in Bamileke?
Ochia.
I love you. Bamileke, Ochia, okay. Anyway, let's back to your school.
Yeah.
Did everything went smoothly? You getting a job, you had a lot of responsibilities a bit, but did you study and finish on the time that which was planned?
Yes. I finished I graduated in June or July 2023.
Mm-hmm.
We are in 2024, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
We are in 2024.
I graduated in 2022.
2022.
And I came to Poland in 2021.
Okay.
I think I'm mixing up my
for the years. Yes. I know you have a lot of responsibilities. That's why.
I'm mixing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't graduate last year. I graduated 2 years ago. July 2022. I graduated.
Okay. And in your graduation, did anyone from home attended?
Yes, my sister was present during my graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but she lives in the UK, so she was there for my graduation.
Oh, she came.
Yeah,
coming there, it's not hard because they don't even have to find a visa.
Yeah.
Okay, I think everyone was excited. Your mom and dad back home, your workmates. Anyway, when you came from Gabon, did you resign from your work? Did you have a plan of studying in Poland and stay, or you had a plan of going back to work? I don't know what you promised them. Did you resign?
Yeah.
You said goodbye, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I think I can feel how they felt.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I
had education, so
I understand. So after your studies, did you continue with your job or you found another one? Because you was upgraded, you was on the next floor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you continue doing the same job or if they changed for the position. What happened after your studies?
After my studies, I continued with the job until 2023.
Okay.
When but I did more than a year there. Yeah. Until 2023, when I found a new job, my current job. So I had to resign for my current job.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the one that you found also was in French or was in English?
Yeah, it was still with the French language.
And why did you change? I don't know, maybe for the opportunities?
Yes, because this position had another opportunity that I wanted to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from work and everything, we are now coming in our, in our daily life. I know, apart from here or asking you some questions, there is something that I know. When you came in Gabon, from Gabon, Cameroon, you didn't come with any person.
Yeah.
But now, you're going very far right now. I'm just asking for something. Yeah. I don't want to. I just want to ask you the way you manage, because I'm not going to ask personal. I'm not going to poke you. But I think after your studies, also you did marriage.
Yes.
Wow.
That was last year, December 2023.
December.
Yes, last year.
Okay. Like I just want to know how you multiply it. Like you have work. No. Now you don't have studies, but you have your own business. Which that I want also to ask the way you had this idea of creating your own business, and also giving the hint, like the guideline for those who want to start, like registration, creating your own company. I just want to know how you manage, like marriage. Okay, I'm not going to ask about marriage. I know it's personal the way you are looking at me. But I just want to know that, managing that thing for me, I don't think that it's easy. Even managing myself from my work, I'm all the times apologizing from my clients because they're calling me sometimes, but I can't say I don't pick the calls, but I pick the calls later. How do you manage? How, like...
I started my... it's not you keep on using the word my business. I consider
it a business.
I consider as a side hustle.
Okay.
Yeah, let's use the word side hustle.
Not side hustle. Yeah. It's a big job. It's a big business. I'm the one who knows.
No.
Okay.
It's still a baby. Yeah. I'm still trying to find my feet.
Yeah, which that I want my clients, my followers to come and help you. I mean, to grow it.
Please come and subscribe.
Subscribe. We'll tell you where you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Soon I'm coming and ask about them. Okay, now tell. Okay.
So, after my graduation, when I was preparing for my graduation, I went to the salon for my manicure. And it was well done, very beautiful, but the price, it was, as you know it, right?
Now she's the one who gives me that charges.
So, no. No, I'm very nice with you. I'm very nice.
I know.
So when I came back, I was like, what if, you understand?
Yeah.
What if? So I started thinking, started meditating. I spoke to myself because I'm someone that I cannot, it's difficult for me to do a job while standing up.
Yeah. Because
I get tired very fast. So if I had said to myself before, if I want to do something like a side hustle, it needs to be something I can sit down and perform without any problem. So when I came back from there, and that was the very first time I went for my nails in Poland, if I can remember vividly. So when I came back, I was like, this is good money.
Yeah.
Why don't I learn something in this field? So after I came back from Poznan, like I graduated, everything, and then I moved to Wrocław.
Yeah.
And then I started searching online where to get my training for my manicure and pedicure training. Yeah. It was difficult to get a place because of language problem.
Yeah.
Not all beauty salon give training in English. Some may give training. That's the feedback I was getting on Instagram, because I was like contacting a lot of beauty salons, and then some would tell you, we give training, but I don't give certification. And certification for me was very important to start up a business. Yeah. So that is how luckily I found this girl. She spoke English. Yeah. And then I went for her. I did my training. And I was already prepared mentally and financially to start up, because I didn't want to go in for a training and then wait like months before starting up. No. So I was ready that, okay, I will go for my training and then I start. So now after my training, it wasn't easy because it's something that I did not do before.
Yeah.
I saw people doing it back home, but I did not do it myself. So I learned it. The technique here is different. The tools, the equipments used, the products and everything. It's a whole school. It's a whole school, So you really need to love what you're doing in order to do it perfectly. Yeah.
And how long did that take you?
No, the training was for 3 days.
Only 3 days?
But it was for 3 days, but the responsibility to do more. And the more you do, the higher the number of days, the higher the money you had to pay. So you really needed to be someone determined, and you have to have the love for it. Don't just do because, oh, it's a side hustle, let me just do. No, because if not, you waste your money.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And as I told you, I was financially ready to like starting up, like buying equipment and everything, because it's a field that needs a lot of, you need to inject money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after my training, I went back. First, I needed to speak with my partner about this, because it's very important to have someone by you who supports your ideas.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, after my training, I started like buying my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Even the first day I performed a manicure on someone, it was not perfect, and I spent more than 6 hours doing the simple manicure
for one person.
I
know. Okay.
Yeah. So what helped me like build my portfolio, it's my Cameroonian community that I have here in Poland.
Wow.
So the girls were available for me to start up with my trial and everything.
Yeah.
The beginning was not easy, seriously, because I made a lot of mistakes. Some products I could not use them correctly. Some I spent on some things that I did not have to spend and stuff like that. But little by little, I started learning. So I started with my community.
Your community?
Yeah.
In Wrocław or also outside?
No, in Wrocław.
In Wrocław.
Yeah.
Were you doing them for free or sometimes?
Yeah,
for you to become better.
When I started for free.
Yeah. And
like
that was
for
when
me to be not perfect, because even now I'm not perfect.
She's perfect. You can see my nails. She's perfect. I really love her work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But for me, I can't say to myself I'm perfect, because every day I learn on TikTok. TikTok has been a very great help to me.
Wow.
In my side hustle. I'll always use the word side hustle.
Side hustle. Yes. Okay, no problem. Side hustle. Okay.
TikTok today is like a master for me, because in TikTok you get to learn almost anything you want to learn.
But TikTok, you know, sometimes people, they use it just for fun.
Yeah.
Because I understood some people from Kenya who say they're doing politics on TikTok. Is there anything?
I think there is everything on TikTok right now today. Anything you want. If you want to learn how to do a hybrid manicure, you write on TikTok, you are going to learn. Same as YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. If you feel like you don't want to go on YouTube, you have TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot to learn on TikTok and YouTube. I think after my training, I had to like go now on social media in order to learn. Even on Instagram, there are some pages I followed on Instagram so as to learn their techniques, to learn how to do this, to learn how to do that and everything. So that's how I learned. That's how I learned before, and that's how I'm still learning today. Yeah. And coming back to my business, it's still a baby.
Yeah.
It's still a baby, and it's still growing. I'm still looking for customers.
Yeah, that's why they have to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still looking for followers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still growing.
Yeah. We are also going to put her link there, because she has a very nice page on Instagram. I never come to your place and say, I need these nails.
No.
You didn't say that I can't do this.
No.
Because I know you know everything. That's why I can say you are better. I swear.
Thank you.
Anyway, I can say the results that you found in your side hustle. Yeah. Does it motivate you to continue, or it just puts you down? I don't know. Are you gaining something?
You know, I'm a very positive person.
I know.
I told you that.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go higher and higher.
I know.
Because I have a lot of plans for my side hustle. Tomorrow it will become a business. So that's why I keep it at the level of side hustle now. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah. And I'm very scared if you're going to love it than the way you love to work in bank.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
I'm not leaving my career as in finance and accounting for my side hustle. No.
Mm-hmm.
My work, it's my work. That is what I love doing.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that I cannot love other things. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, at the end, we also have to make ends meet. We have other projects. I have bigger projects. And to get to my bigger projects, I need to add to my current career other things, like adding my side hustle to it.
Yeah.
In order to permit me to get where I want to be tomorrow. Because you cannot only depend on your main job. It's very difficult. Some people do. It all depends on their salary, it depends on their objectives and everything. Some people do, but for me, I cannot only stay on my main job.
Your main job.
That is why I need to do other things. But make sure the other thing you want to do is also something you love.
Wow.
Something you have passion in. If not, it will not succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask you, maybe someone can listen this conversation, can listen you loving doing manicure and pedicure,
Yeah.
and also decide to do it.
Yeah.
But does the end character of person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, some people, they don't work on time, they are not patient. I would like to ask, if is there any character of personality
Yeah.
should have for her to become I don't know,
A
like
manicurist?
a manicure, yeah.
I don't think there is a particular character that has been put in place for you to go into the world of beauty.
Something.
It doesn't. First, I will start by saying you need to love what you want to do.
Yeah.
The love needs to be there. The natural passion needs to be there. Okay, some people get into something without loving it. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
You can start doing something because maybe you've seen someone doing it, or maybe your friend or your sister or your brother is forcing you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, when you get there are people that when they get there, they realize that, oh, this thing is really interesting. You understand? So, in a nutshell, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say there is no particular character that has been put in place to become a manicurist. But if you think that it is a world of business which you can get into and which you will love doing, you should go for it. Because beauty today is very vast,
Yeah.
and very profitable.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also capital intensive. You need capital to get into beauty. But what I know is, from my little experience, it's something that pays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It pays.
And as I told you in the beginning, I wanted something that I would do while sitting down. It's very important for me.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot stand up for long. I'll feel tired, dizzy, and everything. So I can sit down for 10 hours. I can take 5 customers a day. I don't have any problem. The most important for me is I should be seated. You understand? And then for my manicure and pedicure, I try to be nice as possible, because that one, it counts a lot. You need to be nice to your customers. You need to be attentive. You need to know, always ask what the customer wants. You need to be careful with your tools, not to hurt your customers.
Yeah.
You need to disinfect your tools. That is very, very crucial in the manicure and pedicure. Your tools, your equipment needs to be sterilized in order not to infect your customers. So there are some steps. During your training, there are some steps or procedures which you are going to be taught.
Wow.
It's very important to go for a training and to get your certification, because during your training, you're going to be taught how to use your tools, how to disinfect, what products to use, and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would also like to ask, because we only focused on the nails, but you also do another things.
Yeah.
That's why I would say your side hustle, it's not that small as the way people would think it is.
Yeah.
But this beautiful shirt that I'm wearing is from you.
Yeah.
And I really like when I'm going to sleep, the beauty I look, like the bonnet that I put on the head,
Yeah.
the wigs that you make.
Yeah.
You know, there is a lot of ladies who doesn't know where to find the things.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask you, are you the one who makes them. Yeah. Like you also have, in Polish we say machine do shucia, like this sewing machine. Yeah. Like, do you have it? Do you do it yourself? Yeah. How is it? And how did you have an idea?
Okay. Yes, I have a sewing machine. It's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift that I got from my husband.
Wow.
Okay. How did it come about? Okay. There was this time we were looking for a wig to buy online. And then when we were like looking at the prices, it was quite expensive. And then I told him, but why don't we order the hair and then I do my wig myself? So he didn't know that before I was doing wigs. Like back in Gabon, I had a mannequin head and then I was sewing wig with my hands for myself and my colleagues. Like they give their weave on and then I do their wig. So I sewed it with my hand. So when we started that conversation, before I told him that back in Gabon, this is what I was doing. And then I said, okay, if the wig is expensive online, why don't we order the weave on and then it will be cheaper if I can do my wig myself.
Yeah.
So that is just how the idea came about. And then one day, I think it was like Women's Day, I received this gift, my sewing machine. Yeah. So when I received this sewing machine, I was very happy. You can't imagine, because it's a heavy duty machine.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, okay, I have this machine, what can I do next? I didn't wanted to do something only for myself. I wanted to also do something that can help other people.
Yeah.
So when I ordered the head, from there I started doing research on where to get a weave on. And then I started having this idea that, okay, if I want to order the weave on, then I can take it to be like a small business.
Yeah.
And then I started watching Facebook, and I found these ladies on Facebook. She was talking about how to become a wig, how to sew a wig, how to make a wig, use a wig as your side hustle, like a small business and stuff like that. She lives in Germany. She's a Cameroonian.
Wow.
Yeah. If I remember her name, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So I kept on watching her videos. She sells wigs in Germany. Okay, and in her videos, she will always say, if you want to stand out in the wig business, you should be able to sew the wigs yourself.
Yeah.
That's adding a plus to your business. You should be able to sew the wigs yourself. So whenever she makes that statement, I always refer to myself and I say, I already have a machine.
Yeah.
So it means rather than ordering a already made wig, I should be able to order the weave on and then sew myself. Mind you, I did not even know how to use a machine by then. And then there is another lady, she's in Canada.
Yeah.
I think her name is Beauté Parfait. Yeah. I also, during that period, when you want to start doing something, you're curious to find people who do the same thing like you. They are some sort of a mentor to you without even you knowing. So during that period, I was doing a lot of research on YouTube, on Facebook, in order to know how this business, how it looks and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So I met this lady on Facebook. Her name is Beauté Parfait. She lives in Canada. She sells wigs, and she has a beauty. I think she does natural body oil, stuffs like that. But the part that was really interesting for me was the wig part. She usually sells wigs. She gives testimony. She gives advices, stuff like that. She sells wigs in bulk and in retail.
Wow.
And then the third lady is I think Caroline. She's also Cameroonian. I just found them on Facebook. When you start following a particular thing on Facebook, like Facebook try to
send you more. Yeah.
So there is this third lady, Caroline. She gives business advices, she's like motivating not to give up, what to do, the type of businesses to go into. So during that little period of my life, I was like watching them and trying to meditate on, the wig business is capital intensive. You need capital for it. And what I wanted to do is not just spend on cheap weave, because I always put myself in the place of the client.
Yeah.
If I buy a wig from you, and after a week, you tell me that the wig is human hair, for example, I buy, and after 1 week, I realize it's synthetic.
Yeah.
So in order to start to start buying them, I really wanted to be sure of what I'm doing. So after listening to these 3 ladies, I decided to start buying the hair, and then I found a contact in Vietnam. So yeah, that is where I started. I ordered a few bundles in Vietnam. When the bundles arrived, mind you, I did not know how to use the machine, I told you, because back in Gabon I used my hand.
Your hands.
Yeah. And then I started now looking on YouTube on how to use a sewing machine. So there is this lady in the US. I cannot remember her name. So it's from her that I started sewing on a piece of paper, like learning how to sew a straight stitch, a zigzag stitch, and everything on a piece of paper. Like the same way she teaches her students, that was what I was reproducing in my little salon that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is how I started.
Wow.
I started sewing, using the machine to sew wigs.
Yeah.
And I've sewed to a few people because I didn't buy a lot. I sewed the wigs to a few people, and each time I look at them, like when they send me the picture, I'm like, wow, you do.
So that will send you something.
Yeah.
So that will show you something. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I wanted to do more. I wanted to invest in something else, but with a low budget. So I had the idea of going into bonnets, hair bonnets.
Yeah.
And for hair bonnets, I wanted to also know if it's a good business and if I will make sales. So I went back on TikTok and I just typed hair bonnet business, stuff like that. And I kept seeing reviews. Kept seeing videos on TikTok, people sewing hair bonnets and selling as their main business. So that was when I said, wow, so this is also a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I always say with TikTok you can learn a lot.
With social media.
I should just say social media, not only TikTok alone. When I say TikTok, because TikTok today has become the easiest social media, I don't know if I'll say application. To just click, and then you can just open your TikTok and you're in your room doing something else, or in the kitchen doing something else, and it's just going. So it's on TikTok that I found out that hair bonnets, it's like you can use it to build a side hustle or a business.
Wow.
Yeah, at a very low budget. So as I said, I wanted to do something related that I will use my machine to do. And I decided now to order a few fabrics from AliExpress. And then I sewed the first sets of my bonnets. And then my friends, they bought. My sister in the UK, she patronized.
Yeah, and you patronized. Even my friends that I gave the gift, they like them. They're saying we need more. You know, even those who doesn't know, I could come with something in my head, but I have changed my hairstyle today. You see, I cutted my hair. Yeah.
Yeah, even the little things pay. That's what I want. I can say. Even don't underestimate the little things.
But there is a lot of people who say, I don't have time. But with you, when you are chatting, for the first time when I approached you, you answered very quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't know the way you manage working your professional work, doing your side hustle, doing those wigs. How do you get that time in this Europe? Taking care of the husband, especially, African husbands, they need too much care. That's what I think. Yeah. I don't have a husband, but, I all the times understand from the people. How do you manage and how do you get time? Is it because you love everything? Or there is other secret that hidden behind?
No. There's no secret.
Really? Maybe you have some support. Maybe the husband is, so that you can also advise another husband who doesn't need that support.
Okay. The good thing is that we work from home.
Yeah. Okay. Everything is remotely.
We both work from home.
Wow.
That is the first advantage. And two, we know where we are heading to. And we know we need to make sacrifices. Okay. If I need to finish my job and attend to a client in the evening, automatically he knows he needs to assist me by doing the other thing.
Wow.
Because it is by doing that we grow together. Because there is nothing in our home, there is nothing like my thing, your thing. It's our thing.
It's our thing.
So if I have to eat, because each time I have a client within the week, I tell him, in the evening I have a client. So he knows. And sometimes, I don't have clients every day.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And sometimes, like cooking, let me take for example cooking.
Mm-hmm.
If I know tomorrow I have a client, today I make sure I cook. So that tomorrow, and I cook today and we eat for 2 days.
Yeah.
So that tomorrow when my client comes, it doesn't affect anyone at home.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some days that I may not have time to cook. And maybe that dish he can manage.
Wow.
Or I can do part of the dish and then he does the other part of it. I can do the soup and he does the rice. It's simple.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just how we manage. But the first thing is that we work from home. Because I think if we were working in the office, it would have been different.
A bit different.
Yeah. So I try to create time for anything I want to do. The days I don't have a client for manicure, I can say, okay, let me sew a wig.
Wow.
Because if I don't sew the wig, I'll realize that time, maybe I will use that time to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Or to talk on WhatsApp with someone, or to sleep, or to be on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But you realize that you will use that very time to do something odd. Maybe something odd.
Yeah.
Why don't I use it to do the wig or
Mm-hmm.
to do the bonnet? So that's how I do it. Each time I don't have a client for manicure and pedicure, because that's my main side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Each time I don't have a client, I try as much as possible to like do my bonnets and keep, or do the wig if I have weave on and keep, and then that's how I do it.
Okay. So like we are about to end, but before we end, do you have your own time? Like sometimes, going to the church, clubbing, or some people, they like their enjoying themselves. So if you have this mentality of, I know we all need money.
Yeah.
Work. But do you also have your own time? Maybe small, but you also have your own time.
I think that let me be truthful. The first time I went to the club, since I came to Poland,
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Poland for 3 years.
Yeah.
The first time I went to the club was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. The name of the club I cannot remember. Was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I will not say it was bizarre, no. I felt happy.
Wow.
I felt like, it's been long, so I was like making...
dancing.
Yeah, but that was my first time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that I'm a club... I'm not a club person.
Yeah.
But I felt good going to the club.
Yes.
And I told my husband.
Mm.
Okay. At times we go for swimming. Yeah.
Yeah.
During our free time, we go for swimming. And most of the time, I spend my spare time sleeping.
Wow.
Because I realize that I work a lot.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I need that rest.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we try as much as possible to like organize holidays when if we have the financial means, we can travel for holidays.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just how I do it. When I don't have anything doing, I'm in bed.
Wow.
And then the weekends when we have time, like we 2 people, because I cannot get up and go to the club myself. Yeah. Either we go for swimming or we go to like the club 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have a lot of questions to ask you, but I wish we could have like part 2 because I know you also have this idea of creating the business.
Yes.
Some people they are scared. I don't know. Can we continue with this in this, or we can have part 2 maybe sometime?
We can. It all depends on you.
Yeah, like we can manage, and then we can do part 2 because there is other people also who always think, how can we create our own business? Yeah. How is the taxes for the Polish businesses or like own companies? Can someone has her own company? Is that possible? Mm-hmm. You know, I know she has ideas, and I wish we can have part 2, but all will be the reaction of the people. Yeah. I want them to write us in the comments what they want to listen. Yeah. Which kind of the people they want to listen from. Yeah. And I hope they will enjoy our conversation of today. Yeah. So for the next part, we will talk about the business, how you can create your own business. But before closing, I would like to ask you if there is something that you can advise, especially Africans. Yeah. There is some people who always think, when I create something, maybe I cannot have a lot of clients. Maybe they think there is a limit of people who approach you. Yeah. They sometimes think they will only have African clients. Yeah. But sometimes I see you have like a lot of people. Yeah. I want you to advise, especially African women.
Yeah. Okay, what I want to say, what I can say and what I always say is to love what you are doing. Be consistent in what you do. Yeah. Be I don't know if I would say resistant with your business. You should believe in what you are doing. And you should know where you want to lead your business to. You should know the purpose of doing what you want to do and what you are doing. You should not, like you said, like you just make mention of having African black clients and having white clients. Yeah. I would say there is no problem having black clients, because the main objective is to have clients and to do your job perfectly so that more and more clients will come. Yeah. You may have only black clients, but are you able to maintain those black clients? That is the question.
That's a question. Yes.
And in order to maintain these black clients, I think it will also depend on the way you approach your customers when they come for their services. Do you give, like, after a service to the customer, do you because sometimes, let me tell you something, I don't know if this is a negative part, but for me it's important. Like, when I do a service, I tell the customer, within 1 week, if you have any problem, let me know. Yeah. And within 1 week, I'm going to fix the problem, for free.
I'm the witness. Yeah, she tells me that every day.
And sometimes after 2 weeks, I tend to write to my customer on Instagram, hello, how have you been? How is your nail doing? Yes. Just to know if the service I did is still perfect. Just to know if the product I used is still okay. Because when you're at the early stage, it's always good to receive feedback from your customers, both positive and negative, because the negative feedback will help you to grow, to develop, to modify the things that you had not done well. You understand? I understand. Okay, coming back to the white clients, it is only normal that the white clients go for their white sisters. Yes. It's normal. For me, it's normal. Now it depends on what you do to attract those white clients. And to attract those white clients would depend on the quality of your work. Yeah. You should know we are in a country where beauty is their main job. The Polish, the Ukrainians and whatever, they're into the beauty business. So they know what they're doing. They're really good at that. So you coming as a black woman, you need to be ready to really put in your best in order to have that beautiful result. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah. And I will advise any young girl who wants to grow to focus. Don't give up. If it's something you love, you should do it. The beginning will always be slow. But some people, their beginnings are not slow. Some people start up something and they boom.
Yeah.
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 So always try. Always give it a try. If you have an idea, try to develop it. Try to meditate. Do your research. Follow people who are doing the same thing you want to do. Get the ideas. Get the advantages, the disadvantages. If you have friends you think they can help you, like advise you, go towards those people. Remember, someone's idea to you or respond to you may not be what you want to do, may not be what you want to hear. At the end, you are the one to decide if you want to pursue what you want to do or not.
Yeah.
But always do your research. Social media is out there for us to help us in everything we want to do.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to advise those in Africa who are planning to relocate to Europe or Poland, don't be afraid to relocate.
Yeah.
Relocating can just be that opportunity you are looking for or you needed in order to evolve with your professional life. Don't be afraid to relocate. If you have the means, if you have the financial means to relocate, do it. Just go as the word says, relocate, go. Because it is only when you relocate that you can discover if you made the right choice or not.
Yeah.
And then when you get to that destination, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with good spirit people. Don't surround yourself with negativity.
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with negativity, it will always bring you down. You will never get to where you want to go to. So I encourage all my young sisters back in Africa to relocate if you want to. I believe Poland, we have a lot in Poland that we have not explored as Africans, as foreigners.
Yeah.
I believe there is a lot in Poland to explore. Even if you want to create a business, I believe the taxes are not that bad for you not to create your business. You just need to follow the procedure, study the procedure, study the requirements, what you need in order to do that business that you want to do. And you can always start small. There is something in business in Poland that is called non-registered activity.
Yeah.
I told you about it.
Yeah.
That is a form of business in which you are able to exercise that business if your revenue is not more than 75% of the minimum wage in Poland. What does that mean? If you want to start up a business and you realize that your turnover is like less than 75%. Okay, if the minimum wage is 4,000 zloty and your business is you're earning 1,000 zloty, what is the essence of going to create a business if you're earning 1,000 zloty?
Yeah.
The law has provisions for such small businesses to function while being under that non-registered activity. You only need to follow the procedure for that category of business.
Wow.
So even if you want to start up your business and you don't know how to start or which form of business to choose, do your research. There is space for everybody in the business world. That is what I know. There is space for everybody. And what form of business you want to choose depends on you. You understand?
I understand.
There is an opportunity to do your business. Okay, like for example, let me come back to the non-registered activity. You can perform those activities. It depends on the field you want to do. For example, the business field.
Yes.
Let me just take an example, the business field. The law states that if you are earning less than 75% of minimum wage, you can operate. But the condition is that you need to get a NIP and you need to get a cash register. Why will you need a cash register? The cash register will help you to register your sales, your daily sales. And at the end of the month, the tax office is going to know if for true you have exceeded the 75% or not.
Yeah.
So that's just the basics of the cash register. So under this form of activities, I think many Africans willing to start up a small
businesses they can go with this.
They can go with this. You just need to know if that form of business you want to go for falls under this category, may fall under this category. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. I hope everyone will enjoy, and I really expect for the positive comments and reactions. Yeah, please react, comment, like, share to a lot of Africans, because in this business we want to grow. So please attract more people, share to your friend, and really be careful for the friends that are surrounding you, because the people that you go with or the one that you talk to, that means the person that you are. That's why we have to be careful, especially in these countries where we have all the times to be careful if we are doing what we are supposed to do, or if we are completing our responsibilities. I really appreciate our conversation. May God bless you, and thank you for coming. I also welcome you for the next time.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. So ciao. Wish everyone peace and love. We love you so much. Bye. Thank you. So we are done. I don't know if we do you need milk?
Which milk? I don't need anything.
Some people, they don't like milk, but in our country